you hate Waymos. Are you getting into Waymo anytime soon?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I can't.
So there was a Senate hearing,
Okay.
and you want to tell the people what went on at the
Sure.
Senate
Yes.
hearing?
During the Senate hearing, Waymo revealed that it relies on remote support workers based in the Philippines to help its self-driving cars
Mm-hmm.
handle unclear road situations.
Yep.
The company compared the system to a phone a friend, explaining that these agents offer guidance like recommending which lane to take,
Mm.
but they do not control the vehicle's steering, braking, or acceleration.
Now that's a good point, because when I read this and I was with family and friends and I was reading this and I just kind of floated the idea, they was like, "Damn, man, hope the Philippines never get mad at America, because then they're gonna start taking people off the road." And I was like,
Wow.
"Damn, I ain't never think about that." But then I got reading the article and they did say like, "Hey," because they're saying this on the Senate floor. This is one of the executives saying this. So he kind of, to get ahead of that question, because he knew it was coming.
Yes.
Like, hey, they don't control this. They just kind
They
of,
recommend.
because you see these videos of, so Waymos don't understand. They can drive, right? They clearly
Yes.
can drive, but they don't understand context in human situations. So like a crime scene, for example, yellow tape.
Mm,
They don't understand not to go through the crime scene because
yes.
they don't.
All of that data is still being gathered.
Correct.
They really have these cars out here learning.
Yes.
Learning when you see railroad tracks, or where you,
Yes, that's a good
yes,
one. Railroad tracks. They
learning
didn't
when you
under.
see, even if you have not necessarily the railroad, but some cities have like trolleys and stuff. That's
Yes.
like a certain kind of track too. And so, and then crime scenes of, what if it's an ice cream truck and it's kids, or whatever the
Yes.
case may be. I think that it's a good idea, and I don't know if I told you this before, but I'll tell you all here. The only time you'll see me in an automated self-driving car, right, is when it gets so advanced
Yeah.
that I can go to sleep. I can go to
That's fair.
sleep. I can do my makeup. I don't have to feel alert. The same way, everything that I can do in a train. I went to school in New York, so I
Mm-hmm.
took the subway a lot.
Right.
Everything I can do in the subway, whether I'm on my laptop, I'm not paying attention, I got my headphones in, I want to be able to
Or
do in
like an
that.
airplane.
Or yes, or the airplane. I want to
Yeah.
be able to do in that car.
See, the problem with that, with the airplane comparison and the train comparison, is a train. The thing, a airplane and a train
Hmm.
and a car. Well, the thing an airplane and a train have in common is there's no traffic. And yes, there is
Mm,
traffic, but it's very minimal,
yes.
right? Like a train obviously pass through cities, and it
Yes.
pass other trains and stuff like that. So there's not that much room for error with the train, because I mean, you got the tracks, okay, but even like with an airplane, once you take off, as
This
long as you
pretty
don't
much.
hit a bird or hit another plane.
I wonder how many birds planes there.
Oh, they do that all the time. I
I
mean,
hate that.
sometimes it might stop a plane, like it will, like a bird, yeah.
Wow.
But that's why they fly at a certain
I was
altitudes
gonna
and all type
say.
of stuff, because the higher you get, the clearer the road gets,
Mm,
quote unquote.
yeah.
But the thing about the Waymos is they're on the road with you and me.
Yeah.
They on the road
And
with people texting and
they don't
driving.
have conductors the way trains have conductors, and they don't
Exactly.
have pilots the way airplanes have pilots. So that's what I'm saying. That it would have to get sophisticated enough to where it's like a driver is in
Yeah.
the front seat, but it's not. I mean, I'm talking some real iRobot type stuff.
Yeah.
And until that's and then that robot might turn on you. You never know. So until that, I don't necessarily feel like I want to be the test dummy, or
Yeah.
like while this is still learning. Now the idea that the Philippines are involved in the phone a friend and the recommendations, I don't hate it.
I
It's
don't.
almost like air traffic control. Why would I hate on air traffic control? I just don't understand why it has to, you know, capitalism, everything has to be cheap. I would rather you give those jobs. I know I sound like a Republican. God. I would rather you give those jobs to Americans. There's
Yeah.
a lot of Americans that can drive, that need jobs, that would be.
But that's not, to me. That's not a. Yes, is that idea is a Republican talking point, but to me, that's an American talking point, and that's a logical talking point for certain
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
And then overseas, they have different roles, like
I was going to
regulation.
say.
Like, I don't know how. how close the roads regulation are on the Philippines and in America. Just because you can drive don't mean you can drive on America. Don't mean you can drive in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people that drive in these southern towns, they can't go to New York City and pull
That's what I
that
was gonna
same
say.
stuff off. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And people who drive in Atlanta, you go somewhere else in Texas, they freeways
Are
are
huge.
different.
Yeah.
So like I do like the fact it should be localized people
It should
that
be.
understand like everybody who's if you operate in Waymos in Atlanta, you need a call center in Atlanta
There you
with
go.
people who've actually been on the road. They
There you go.
understand this. Because think about it, like Peachtree, it's 73 different streets called Peachtree. So if you're in the Philippines and you're like, oh, I need to go on Peachtree,
Peachtree.
all right, well, I'm gonna just
Which
direct the car to
one?
go. That's what I'm saying. So it's like there's a big barrier between those two, and I
But
think
I
that's
think
an
those
issue
can
too.
be really. I think those. Imagine like air traffic controllers, even though like they're really important jobs. I think they need to be paid more. They're almost like
Yeah,
teachers. Like
yeah,
they're really important jobs. Are they paid what they should be at their value? No.
no,
But I do think that this could be a potential career opportunity for people who are like basically the traffic control of the Waymos.
yeah.
If this is going to be the next step in our modernized society.
Yeah.
If we have all agreed and we're having Senate hearings
But
about it.
here's the problem with that though, because that makes a perfect sense. They're doing the Waymos to take away the middle person, which is the Uber driver, right?
Mhm.
So now they take the Uber driver, so they're solving a problem and
Creating
creating
another
a
one.
whole nother problem, which is why they now going to the Philippines because
Mm,
of the money. You see what I'm
mm,
saying? So that problem that you just broke down, that I agree with,
mm-hmm.
they don't want to do that because now they just shifting the money instead of paying the Uber driver. Now they got to pay somebody sitting in Atlanta in the office.
Yeah.
Shit, you may as well just pay the Uber driver.
I was gonna say, or just or maybe get the Uber drivers to just come to the office, and then
So you know what I'm saying?
everything's solved. You guys are credible drivers. You have an excellent track record.
Yeah,
Start with them.
yeah, that would make sense. But they're trying to do this to be able to cut the middleman out because when you get an Uber, I've ordered one of these before just to see the price difference.
Really?
Yes, if you order an Uber to the airport right
Hmm.
now in Atlanta, I mean,
Airport stuff is crazy
from
though.
like where I stayed, that's 35, $40, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm downtown, that's kind of close, but that's still $40 is like that's kind
Yeah.
of expensive, right?
And then both
If you
ways, so
order a
$80.
Waymo, $15.
Stop lying.
It's cheaper.
Cause you don't have to pay the
You don't
driver.
have to pay the driver, and it's autonomous.
Mm.
Like you ain't got to pay nobody insurance. It's a lot of stuff that like, and then the cars are good. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But then there's certain situations where they're gonna need help and assistance, and now they're calling on the Philippines. So
Dang.
yeah, it's definitely unfortunate.